Hey, welcome back to my channel. I am here really quickly to show you guys how I put the friendship tote together. I will be doing another one live later today, but I just want to give y'all a tutorial kind of while I was working on my prototype. So if you didn't see my live last night, go back and reference that video. I got all the measurements. I'll put the measurements in the description bar below. I'm going to be doing a 6x4 tote. This is the base. So I'm going to tell you all the measurements that you will need, and I'm going to put it together really quickly for you. So you're going to need a 6x8 piece of paper, score 1 inch on 4 sides, cut it up, make a box. We all know how to make a little box like this. So then we're going to need 4 1 1/4 by 8 inch scraps. This is 4 pieces. You're gonna need 2 1.5 by 11, and then you're gonna need 2 2.5 by 11, and then you're gonna need acetate, or if you want to use decorative paper, you would need 4.5 by 12 or 4.5 by 11, whatever paper. But I'm actually using acetate, and my acetate was 12 by 12, so I just cut it down. So at this point, you got your base done. I was in the middle about to just attach this. So I think this is like 1 inch, well, not 1 inch, sorry, 1/4 of an inch tape. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna adhere this together like this. Just make sure it's really straight. If you hear anything in the background, CJ's sleeping right now, so you might hear him snoring a little bit. So we're gonna just cut that piece off right there. So you have this, right? So you're gonna bring in your 1.5 by 11 strips, right? So what we're gonna do, we're gonna adhere. I can't speak today, so we're gonna do this just like we did. Want to adhere this like this. I'm sorry if I'm not in frame. I was just taking off the back end, make sure it's straight. So what I usually do is, you see the seam. I usually try to put the seam with the seam. So, like I said, this acetate may be a little bit more than we need. So I'm trying to figure out. Now I want the seam with the seam. So we're gonna adhere this down here. Then we're gonna take the top portion, do it like we did the top. So if you get what I'm saying, right? So we're gonna do that really quickly, right? So we're gonna do that really quick. But like I said, if you want to do pattern paper, you're more than welcome to do pattern paper. Looks like I cut this off a little bit, but it's okay, it's my prototype. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run tape on the acetate. Right, this is how we're gonna adhere the top and the bottom. Hopefully I'm in frame, still in frame. I tend to pull stuff closer to me when I'm working on projects. So basically, I'm doing this just in case you want to follow along with me tonight. You can always have your base done and decorate with me, but that's to each his own. So we're gonna peel this off right here, and we're just gonna adhere it straight as possible. Wait a minute. I just want to make sure it's in the middle because we're going to actually cover this up. So just make sure that it's where you need it to be. Well, if you don't mind your seam being shown, then, you know, to each his own. Like, this is just the way I do it. My way is not the right way. So, just gonna make sure that's like that. Then we're gonna do the same for the top. And then I can actually see this one a little bit better. So I hope you guys having a great day. I'm okay today. I'm okay today. Doing much better than most days. In due time I will share what I'm going through, but as of right now, I don't know. I don't have all the answers, so I can't really share. I can share, but it's just like, why are you sharing if you don't really know what's going on? What's really going on? So, we're going to have 2 seams regardless of however you cut it, right? So, I'm going to try to put this... I'm trying to put it to where I know at least the seam is going to be. So we're going to try to do it something like that. So I'm going to run tape around the box. This is, I should have done that, but it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I'm just going to run it at the bottom. When you do this, you run it both top and bottom, but this is just my prototype. So I'm not, you know, extra read all about it like I'm usually am. But if I was doing this and sending this out, definitely I would put tape on the top and the bottom. You can use wet tape. You can use, I prefer score tape, but that's just everybody's preference. It's just a preference thing. But anyway, so we're gonna line this up to like here maybe. Then I'll think maybe here, maybe an inch in. It just depends. Like, this can be the back, this can be the side. You know, it just all depends. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna flip it this way, and I'm just gonna make sure that it lines up. The bottom of the box lines up royally. So if I'm not on camera, excuse me, I just want to make sure that it lines up perfectly. And the only thing you do is just make sure that you adhere it pretty well. Then you do it this way, right? So like I said, this is I don't know how much acetate I'm gonna need for this particular size. So this is just, as I'm doing it, we're learning, and we know what to do and what not to do in the next particular one. But if you do want to make this a shaker, you will have to double up your acetate, you know, sew it around and do it like that. Because last year I made one with a shaker with tape and it was an epic fail. So I'm actually gonna pull out my sewing machine here in a little bit and make my shaker portion so I don't have to do a lot of that. So you see this? So that was a good measurement, basically. It's gonna overlap a little bit, but I'm okay with the overlapping. So technically I can cut this part. You see how this, I could cut it right here where it overlaps. Like, not really, but I could cut it right here. So you will have a seam. This won't bother me. Like, the seams won't bother me at all. So basically this is how it would look. So I kind of like it. The measurements are 4 by 6. So let's see. The measurements are 4 by 6. Yeah. Let me make sure. Yeah, 4 by 6. And the height of it is 8. Whoa. It's supposed to be 8, but let's see. It's like 7 3/4. But It's a good measurement. So we're gonna just, for the time's sake of this video, and what we're gonna do is gonna take our little scraps and we're going to see, even if I see how that lines up pretty well. So we're just gonna run one piece of tape, and then I'll show you how I will do the handles. But like I said, you can do your handles any way you please. I'm gonna use a die. You know, I'm gonna be a little extra with it. You can use jump rings, you can use chain, you can use like in my other video, my other tote from last year, I used chain, but the chain was too heavy. There is lighter chain that you can use. So it's like to each his own, however you want to do it. But we're going to get into the details of decorating the handles. But I just wanted to make a video really, really quickly in real time. How, okay, let's see. Like how everything will play out. And then you could also fold this in to give it like a, what is that? Like a finished look, right? And then my measurements from the corner to here, it's about 3/4 of an inch. Like I just eyeballed it. It's your preference, how you like it. I'm thinking maybe on the next tote, I might not make the straps as wide because you see, I might make it like 3/4 of an inch instead of 1 1/4, because I don't like, me personally, I don't like the thickness. It looks okay, but I don't know. Maybe you could just, the width of it, you could just for shits and giggles, right? We're gonna bring it down to, I did 1 1/4, right? So let's do 7/8 of an inch. All right, so you see how, yeah, this will be better for me in my liking. Like I said, everybody is different. So with the measurements, you can just tweak them to however you want it to be, basically. So I like it, the thinner one. You might like the thicker one. It just depends on your preference. Yeah, definitely like the thinner one. Then you could just boom like that. See how the thinner one just gives it a better look than the thicker one. But like I said, to each his own. It might look better if you have like paper, but I'm using acetate. So this one looks much better. I like this size. And then we'll make the handles and everything on live, because I gotta die cut some stuff out, figure out if I want to use chain, if I want to use paper, if I want to use whatever I want to use. So yeah, thank you guys for sticking in here with me. I will once this video, I will put all the information in the description bar below. So yeah, this is the little friendship tote. Thank you guys. So with that being said, I love you for free, and there's nothing you can do about it. Until next time, bye.